This show is part of OnePlace, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to the Roundup. We have a packed episode today covering everything from intense courtroom drama to the latest music industry feuds. Let's get right into the headlines making waves today.
Matthew Perry's stepmother seeks the maximum sentence for Jasmine Sangha.
Taylor Swift's Reputation tour inspired Anne Hathaway's new pop performance.
Lil TJ faces accusations after a shooting involving rapper Offset.
A Vegas showgirl sues Taylor Swift over album branding rights.
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni continue their intense legal battle.
Kanye West's UK visa ban causes a massive festival cancellation.
Taylor Frankie Paul files a protective order alleging domestic abuse.
Miley Cyrus clashes with her mother over Billy Ray reconciliation.
First, the Perry case. The tragic passing of Matthew Perry continues to move through the legal system with heavy emotional weight. His stepmother, Debbie Perry, has officially submitted a victim impact statement to the court, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. She is pleading with the judge to give Jasmine Sangha, often referred to as the ketamine queen, the maximum possible prison sentence. Debbie described the pain Sangha caused as irreversible, noting that there is no joy or light left for the family. She spoke about how the thought of Matthew never coming back haunts them every single day. It's a powerful reminder of the human cost behind these headlines. Sangha recently pleaded guilty in the Department of Justice's criminal case, which was launched after an investigation into the source of the ketamine that led to Perry's death in October 2023. The family is clearly looking for the strictest accountability possible.
It really highlights the devastation that illegal distribution networks can cause. Debbie Perry's letter didn't just focus on her own family. She mentioned that Sangha's actions likely hurt hundreds, if not thousands, of people. She even addressed Sangha directly in the statement, questioning how someone with enough business talent to make money would choose a path that causes so much suffering. It's worth noting that Sangha was one of 5 defendants charged in connection with Perry's death, including 2 doctors and Perry's live-in assistant. While others, like Kenneth Iwamasa and Dr. Mark Chavez, pleaded guilty early on, Sangha's plea agreement didn't come until September 2025. This sentencing is a major milestone for the Perry family, who have been very public about their grief. Matthew was always so open about his struggles with addiction in his memoir, and now his family is fighting to ensure those who exploited those struggles face justice. Next, a Taylor connection.
Switching gears to the world of film, it turns out Taylor Swift is the secret ingredient behind Anne Hathaway's upcoming performance in Mother Mary. Director David Lowery recently revealed that he turned to Taylor's 2018 Reputation concert film repeatedly for inspiration. While filming, he called it one of the best concert films ever made and used it as a literal blueprint for the movie's larger-than-life concert sequences. They didn't just look at the vibe, they actually broke down 3 songs from the Reputation tour shot by shot. This helped them figure out the visual effects and budgeting required to make a stadium-level show look authentic on an indie film budget. It's fascinating to see how a pop star's tour production is now influencing high-end cinema. Lowery admitted that the crew spent an incredible amount of time talking about Taylor to ensure they captured that specific pop star energy for Hathaway's character.
Anne Hathaway was fully on board with this inspiration too. She's a known fan and even attended the Eras tour with Lowery in Europe. To celebrate the end of filming, she actually gave the director a Taylor Swift-style beaded friendship bracelet that said "anti-hero" on it. Lowery explains that when they were developing the character of Mother Mary, he told Hathaway to imagine what Taylor Swift might be like in 10 or 15 years. The film features Hathaway as a pop star alongside Michaela Coel, who plays a fashion designer. With original music from Charli XCX and Jack Antonoff, the project already had a lot of pop pedigree, but the Reputation influence seems to be what grounded the performance. It's a testament to Taylor's impact that her work is being used as a technical guide for Oscar winners. Fans can see the result when Mother Mary hits theaters this coming April.
Now, a rap rivalry. The situation in Florida involving rappers Offset and Lil TJ has taken a very serious turn. Following a shooting outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, police have released a probable cause affidavit that places the blame squarely on Lil TJ. According to the documents, TJ allegedly directed members of his group to start a fight with Offset's party. Security footage reportedly shows TJ getting out of a car, pointing at Offset, and leading a group over to him before the physical altercation began. During the fight, one of TJ's associates allegedly pulled a gun and shot Offset, who fortunately sustained non-life-threatening injuries. TJ was arrested for misdemeanor disorderly conduct affray and has since been released on a $500 bond. Despite the video evidence mentioned by police, TJ's legal team is maintaining that he had nothing to do with the actual shooting, though the police narrative suggests he initiated the conflict.
The tension didn't end with the arrest. As Lil TJ was leaving jail on Tuesday, he was caught on video shouting insults and calling the Migos member a rat. He seemed incredibly heated but didn't offer any specific details about what sparked the initial confrontation. It's a chaotic scene, especially considering police claim TJ was actually filming the fight on his own phone while it was happening. Offset, meanwhile, seems to be recovering well. He was spotted outside a hospital the next morning. This incident adds another layer to the ongoing friction between these artists, and the legal fallout for TJ could escalate if prosecutors decide to link him more directly to the actions of his associate who fired the weapon. For now, the investigation is ongoing as police look into the other individuals detained at the scene. It's a scary situation that could have ended much worse for everyone involved. Moving to Vegas legalities.
Taylor Swift is back in the news, but this time it's regarding a legal battle in Las Vegas. A showgirl named Marin Wade has filed a lawsuit against Taylor, UMG Recordings, and Bravado International Group for copyright infringement over the title of Taylor's latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. Wade has been building her own brand, Confessions of a Showgirl, in Vegas for over 12 years and fears that Taylor's massive global reach will make her brand look like a cheap imitation. The lawsuit claims that the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office actually declined Taylor's application to register the album title because it was too similar to Wade's existing trademark. Despite this, the suit alleges that Taylor's team moved forward with merchandising, putting the name on labels and packaging. Wade's lawyer argues that a solo performer shouldn't have to watch their decade-long hard work disappear just because a global superstar arrived.
There might be an even bigger reason for this lawsuit than just merchandise. Insiders are suggesting that this is a preemptive move because of the persistent rumors that Taylor Swift is planning a Las Vegas residency. If Taylor brings a show called The Life of a Showgirl to the Strip, it could completely overshadow Wade's long-standing production. By filing now, Wade is essentially staking her claim and protecting her brand in her home city before any residency is officially announced. It's a strategic play to avoid getting a cease and desist order from Taylor's much larger legal team later on. Friends of Wade say the lawsuit was shocking but necessary to ensure she can continue her career in Vegas without confusion. While the titles aren't identical, the branding overlap is significant enough that a judge will have to decide if Taylor's album title unfairly encroaches on the local performer's established business and trademark rights.
Next, the Lively drama. The ongoing saga between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has reached another legal milestone. Lawyers for both stars were back in court recently, as the fallout from their collaboration on It Ends With Us continues to get messy. While the film was a massive success at the box office, the behind-the-scenes tension has clearly spilled over into a full-blown legal confrontation. There have been rumors of creative differences and a fractured relationship between the lead actors for months, and these court hearings suggest that the issues are far from resolved. Fans of the Colleen Hoover adaptation have been watching closely to see how this affects any potential sequels or future projects involving the pair. The legal teams are reportedly squaring off over various contractual and professional disputes that arose during and after production. It's a high-stakes face-off that shows no signs of slowing down as both parties dig in their heels regarding their respective versions of events.
It's rare to see a promotional cycle for a hit movie turn into a legal battle this quickly. Usually, stars can maintain a united front until the theatrical run is over, but the rift between Lively and Baldoni was apparent even during the press tour. Now, with Ryan Reynolds also being mentioned in the periphery of these discussions, the drama has taken on a life of its own. The core of the dispute seems to involve how the film was handled and the power dynamics on set, with both actors having significant influence over the final product. As the lawyers continue to exchange filings, the public is getting a glimpse into the complexities of Hollywood contracts and the personal friction that can occur when two major creative forces clash. We're waiting to see if a settlement will be reached or if this will head toward a more public trial. For now, the It Ends With Us legacy is being defined as much by this conflict as by the story itself. Now, Kanye's visa issues.
Kanye West's attempt at a career rehabilitation has hit a massive roadblock in the United Kingdom. Live Nation had reportedly spent months planning a series of global shows, including a headline slot at the Wireless Festival, offering Kanye a staggering $15 million for 3 nights. However, the UK Home Office stepped in and blocked his entry into the country, citing his history of anti-Semitic remarks. This visa ban has effectively killed the event, as industry insiders believe Wireless won't be able to secure a replacement headliner in time and will have to go dark for 2026. The financial fallout is projected to be around $30 million, a loss that could potentially bankrupt the festival entirely. Live Nation executives had even flown to Mexico to see Kanye perform recently, hoping to bring him to Europe, but they were warned that putting him on stage near large Jewish communities in London would be a major mistake.
The situation is being described as one of the biggest promotional blunders since the pandemic. Live Nation is reportedly trying to claw back the $15 million they paid Kanye, as their contracts typically state that the artist is responsible for securing their own visa. However, getting money back from Kanye is notoriously difficult. The festival's future is now in serious jeopardy because Wireless is the UK's only major rap-focused festival, and losing a year of revenue could be fatal. It's a huge gamble that backfired spectacularly for the world's largest concert promoter. They had already been turned down by several major stadiums like Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham before settling on the Wireless slot. This decision by the Home Secretary reflects a growing intolerance for West's controversial behavior on the international stage. It serves as a stark reminder that even the biggest stars can face real-world consequences that impact the entire music industry's bottom line.
Next, the Mormon Wives. Taylor Frankie Paul, star of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, is sharing her side of a disturbing domestic violence incident involving her ex, Dakota Mortensen. In a new protective order filing, Taylor alleges a pattern of abusive conduct and coercive control throughout their relationship. She provided the court with text messages and photos of bruises as evidence, claiming Dakota assaulted her in her home back in March. According to the documents, the argument escalated when she demanded he leave and he refused. This follows Dakota's own allegations where he claimed Taylor choked him and threw his phone. The legal battle has already had major consequences, as production on the show's 5th season was halted due to the investigation. A judge has recently granted Taylor supervised visitation of their young son, Ever, after she temporarily lost custody following Dakota's initial claims. It's a deeply complicated and painful situation for everyone involved in the Mom Talk community.
The details in these filings are truly harrowing. Dakota's version of events included claims that Taylor pressured him to lie to 911 dispatchers about their child being sick to cover up the fight. He also alleged she blocked him from leaving and poured drinks on him while he was in his truck. Taylor's new filing paints a very different picture, focusing on the long-term nature of the alleged abuse. The fact that their 2-year-old son was present during these altercations makes the custody battle even more intense. The court is currently navigating these conflicting accounts to determine the safest environment for the child. As the legal process moves forward, the future of the reality series remains uncertain. This case highlights the dark side of social media fame and the personal turmoil that can happen behind the scenes of a popular show. Both parties are now seeking legal protection from each other as the investigation continues. Finally, the Cyrus feud.
The Cyrus family drama is heating up again, and this time it's a direct clash between Miley and her mother Tish. While Miley was initially firmly on her mother's side following her parents' split, she has recently been making efforts to bring her father, Billy Ray, back into the family fold. She even included him in the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special as a public show of support. However, Tish is reportedly furious about this reconciliation. Sources say Tish views Billy Ray as a con man and a scumbag who has caused immense pain through his narcissism. She is apparently baffled that Miley is willing to overlook his past behavior. This has created a massive rift between the mother and daughter, who were once incredibly close. Miley is reportedly working behind the scenes to mend fences, but Tish is digging in her heels, insisting that what Billy Ray did in the past is simply unforgivable.
It's not just Miley who is supportive of Billy Ray. Her siblings Noah and Brayson are also reportedly on board with the reconciliation. This has left Tish feeling isolated in her stance, even though she has moved on with a new partner who she says treats her with the kindness Billy Ray lacked. The tension is described as being at an all-time high, with Miley and Tish butting heads big time. It's a classic family dynamic where the children want a relationship with both parents, but the history of the divorce makes that nearly impossible for the ex-spouse to accept. Tish's resentment is deep-seated, and she doesn't seem ready to let go of the bad blood. For Miley, who has always been the peacemaker in some ways, this is a difficult position to be in. The constant drama is exhausting for the whole family, and it remains to be seen if they can ever find a middle ground.
That's our roundup for today. Thanks for joining us for these stories. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates on the news you follow most. Have a great day.